Now on the line. Evening is Umaru Fufana, and he joins us now on the line. Evening to you, Umaru. What can you tell us, or what have the police been giving you, telling people is the reason for the arrest?
Hi, Bola. Well, I'm coming to you right now from the headquarters of the Criminal Investigations Department, and I've just, in the last few moments, seen Sidi Yaya TUNIS, who is a spokesman of the main opposition APC party. I've just seen him behind bars in a room alongside at least 24 other people, and they're all there. He was barefoot, and he had his Manchester United t-shirt on, and he said that he had been there for at least the last 2 hours, but that he, in fact, was invited to the headquarters here this morning at around 11 o'clock. I spoke to the head of the Sierra Leone Police, Inspector General Ambrose Sobula, as to why Mr. TUNIS was called in. He said it's related to an interview he granted to a local radio station yesterday, that's Radio Democracy, in which he said that some of the content of what Mr. TUNIS had said in that interview amounted to incitement. Therefore, they called him in this morning to talk to him and then to try to analyze the content of what he had said. His party Secretary General, Usman YANSANNEH, is here, and they said that it's ironical because they have just ended a meeting with the UN resident coordinator talking about how to tranquilize the situation in Sierra Leone ahead of the elections in 2023.
And when they're talking about incendiary, what do they also mean? Especially if he, after making these statements, and if it was widely publicized, he went voluntarily to go for the questioning, to now be barefoot in a police cell, I must be raising eyebrows.
Well, it is raising eyebrows because the opposition APC party have been complaining that their leadership particularly has been coming under police, what they call police brutality and police harassment. The police have constantly denied this, saying that they've only been keeping law and order. But some of what he said that I've listened to, it's a 2-hour-long program, and it was one of the interviews on the show. He basically was saying, from what I heard, he appeared to be saying that they were going to ask their membership, all their supporters across the country, to do what he calls level 3 ahead of the elections in 2023. In which case he says that means, and he kept emphasizing on that in the interview, that through lawful means, they will ensure that they remove, they redeemed, in his word, the people of Sierra Leone when the elections come in 2023. The police have not told me how that amounts to incitement or whether anything it is that he might have said that they deem, inciting.
Umaru, we'll leave it for there, but I'm sure we'll hear more for the next edition at 1900 GMT. But that's Umaru Fufana, who's
Salon Fambo de una kusha una kabo. When me wede na studio again, me na una baba Dima. And me co-host DJ Force. DJ Force Steph Fambo de kusha kabo.
Our fellow Sierra Leoneans, good evening and good morning now Sierra Naya. As I did at the studio, we welcome una inside the SLPP Weekly News. Una do.
Muna hado, this is the SLPP Weekly News. Me where they talk again, me na Dima the Great, SLPP Bobo live and direct from Amsterdam, the Netherlands, Holland. Where me family there wanna know say boku things and they go on our country, but then this platform are the platform we believe in reality. We believe say we can keep the record straight. Well, what I want to let you do for me right now for share this program, so you brother say go get in you. Do ya now for share if you watch through the Green Movement, then now for follow the page. If you watch through the Mano River news blog, now for follow the page. If you watch through YouTube, now for subscribe. If you watch through Twitter, now for also follow we page there, subscribe. Now we don't see boku things that they go on. We don't see say the lawlessness it don't boku. We don't see say boku things and they go on. And me and you know say election day na the corner. Well, some lapses them and some things them where they happen. Now we get for analyze now today. Me and my brother DJ Force, the SLPP DJ. The lawlessness of the APC TOLONGBO toge body it get for stop. Then also we get for talk about LJ in statements where it go na Makeni, it go declare big mammy cause where the whole world they watch mammy cause. And we also got for analyze KAO DENERO in your way do. Then we see also where they all be doing with this mammy cause bomber they call Adebayor Naya. How people then perhaps their hypocrisy or how we nation they go on or what did they happen. But however, well, before anything, I go tell una say what is the distress Mama Salon about that? Where you not able to do something that you can't do then you begin jolosa, you dey make badat on them. That now make boku things that can happen. Well, as we dey follow in the program, we dey cow boku things them for una. What we want play you do now for share. And let we call we hard forth with body water because today boku things then they what una got for yeri where some people know why yeri then go yeri on this platform here today. We got to keep the record straight. Once again, me Nadima the Great, the SLPP Bobo, and also the deputy chairman where they represent Sierra Leone People's Party, Holland Brand. Where we not share, let go take small body water. Why would they come now the studio?
Slim Nation. Love is what we need, yeah. Sierra Leoneans. Love is what we need. High, we exalt the realm of the free. Great is a love we have for thee. Yeah. Anytime they talk about sweets alone, no. About fat, anytime they write but mama alone. Yeah. Now we fall like we self, let we push we self. Let we know it we self, let we help we self. Oh no no no. It no matter who's how you there. It no matter what you know you call up. It no matter what you think of. There is no place like home. It no matter who's how you there. It no matter what you know you call up. It no matter what you think of. There is no place like home. Mama let we left color and push forward. Push forward. And this gonna make we continue move forward. Oh 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 oh. Make we left color and push forward. Hey, hey, yeah. It gon' make we continue move forward. No, 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 no. Now we party talk about new direction. Do ya make we up and build your ambition? Because now we all got for make we home. Hey, we sweet mama salon. Never say you not be sinner. Never say you not care there. Oh, yeah. See that no matter how far you go, you must come home one day. No matter how long you take, you must come home one day. It no matter who's how you there. It no matter what you know you call up. It no matter what you think of. There is no place like home. It no matter who's how you there. It no matter what you know you call up. It no matter what you think of. There is no place like home. Love is what we need, yeah. Brother, love is what we need, yeah, yeah. Love is what we need, yeah. Love is what we need, yeah, 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 yeah. But that's not the thing we don't well we, yeah. Don't divide we, don't destroy we, hey mama, yeah. But that's not the thing we don't well we, don't destroy we, yeah. Don't divide we, yeah, yeah. Let we let we set, let we push we set, let we let we set, oh, oh, oh. See that you don't well we, but that's not the thing we don't well we, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we don't fetch we self. Yeah, we let we self. Everybody want to be politician. Oh no. Yeah, yeah. Let me know, say we only get one home, yeah.
Well, me fam with that again, when I kusha again. Me where they are na Dima the Great, the SLPP Bobo. And my brother went in there, me and a DJ for the SLPP DJ. Well, we can't set the record straight. Boku things and don't go on. We don't see boku things that are happening in Salon right now, which I believe say not good for our nation. We not get for make blind eye, we not get for make blind mouth, or make hypocrisy to ourselves. Why? Now the music where you don't listen to is say, but that now they destroy our nation. In Sierra Leone, a nation where a very powerful, but whenever good thing happen, because people then get bad at, for them company, now then they make, we can always hear saga. We don't want hear saga. We want hear good things where they happen in the country. But however, We don't listen to Umaru Fofana in conversation where he go BBC, I believe say una all don't hear it. The statement of CD Yaya Tunis, what he go utter na radio democracy, what he say he go cause trouble. Nenga for Kawit level 3 to make sure they take power by force. But Sierra Leone, one thing I want that we understand, power na God na in the give. Where God no mark say your time na in this, I swear to God, I like you kill mortal man. I like you sacrifice your mama or your generation. That power day, you no go get her. Well, as a P.R.O, when I acting P.R.O for APC Tolongbo to give somebody, he should have known better. I believe say if we know better than to utter such a statement. But however, the political messiah, aka DJ Force, what are you on take for Umaru Fofana speech before I enter?
I tell you, thank you, fellow Sierra Leoneans. Me waiting at the studio today. Everybody know me now. Me na DJ Force, the SLPP DJ. And I tell you, thank you, Dima, where you will give me the opportunity for make a comment about the report of Umaru Fofana. Well, this all way Umaru Fofana they do, this not thing with the plan. This not the plan of the APC, Tolongbo to Gate Panbody. But we not say let BBC no report. But I want for assure Sierra Leoneans then today, for say BBC no get no role where they play, where they change the life of Sierra Leoneans. Before Umaru Fofana they report, for let it just make sure see, create tension in the line of politics, where may know say government can provide services, all people that they miss in our country. And let Umaru Fofana know say police get right for arrest whosoever they try for divide the states. Politics, not always send you for let it be politician. Sierra Leoneans not tell nobody for let it turn politician. And when you turn politician, you not go use aggressive languages just for make you party come to power. So Umaru Fofana in report where they report, me no get problem of him reporting on the air. But let you remember, say, that report where they report, not to him they provide money for Sierra Leonean, and not to him they give employment to Sierra Leonean. If you believe say you are a politician, you get line. You get a red line so you know for cross. And if you cross that red line, who are responsible for look after that red line? Now the police. Now the police get right for stop whosoever is a politician where they try for create division in the state, a society. Now police get right for deal with that matter. And I'm glad the way the police they don't stand tall for me to make sure say you should not be a politician and you should not be a political rebel for can begin make sure say for destroy the state. Look, lawlessness in Sierra Leone today, it be started from 2012. Now, lawlessness APC take for win election in 2012. So in regards of that, we are not going to take lawlessness in the hands of APC anymore. APC politician, APC political party, now for no say, now true lawlessness, they take boss President Bio in 2012 election inside Boton. We are the flag bearer, Madabio, in both town. By election, the violence where they don't plant, we also see them where they use that violence day in Falaba by elections. So if APC thinks say they will use violence for take to power, and they go use level 3 for take to power, where we go use level 8 for defend state, for defend the state, and for defend the people of Sierra Leone in the Republic of Sierra Leone, who go use level 8 for defend their vote and defend their development and defend their education in the Republic of Sierra Leone. and provide job for Sierra Leoneans then. So that's why I always see down where they go and talk, say they will use level 3 and the people go speak to speak and take their power. Well, let them remember, say the people will use level 8 to defend their power. Because at the end of the day, you should not be a politician and a political party will not get manifesto, will not get policies, and then you just is free say you go use aggressive languages, and people sitting in the diaspora go they inject you now for go after the government just for them see una value or let people they see una value. They remember say when they follow a lion, the lion go turn around and tell you say he get more power than you. So Umar Fofana in report where they give now something where they don't plan. It's something planned. Can they get for the commodity they talk so? APC therefore they commodity they talk so, and BBC when are the reporter. Now also the whole meeting with them people here, they get text messages, they share information, say, they go do this, do this, talk for we. And anybody where they try for rely on international recognitions for let a week in this government, where you are making a very big mistake, gentlemen. You are making a very big mistake. International recognition is only accepted when the international body is ready to make sure we provide job for our people. But in our local election, we will not accept international recognition to weaken this government. Now that no more for say, Dima, make I allow you, may you say comment a little bit.
Thank you very much, DJ Falls. Sierra Leoneans, when I just join with this now, when our favorite program, the SFPP Weekly News, we can come every Wednesday. Now, just like how the comrade, the counterpart, the co-host, they talk. You know, the APC Tolongbo Toge Pambodi, we believe them, we know them as party we're not good for that country. Now, party we believe in Badat. Now, party, whenever they see good things, they come. Now, other person in way or other party in way, they recount with enmity. Now, Sierra Leoneans, why make they talk so? We all don't see how President talk and do bill, they don't crown out as chairman. Yeah, for AU. Why? Because of good governance. The whole world don't look at President BOC, now a young president we don't come up, but a very, very mature. Other leaders then they depend on her. Now a president with the team at the international stage, where they defend this party, they defend not only Sierra Leone, but other West Africa and Africa regions then. Now, the APC Tolongbo Toge Pambodi, whenever things happen, now distraction they count. You know, it's very unfortunate that a party don't serve for 11 good years, where they expect a lot of maturity in them, where they expect a lot of good behavior in them, but up to now, with the CC, the same APC, where they distress along for 11 years, where they don't come back, they don't see peace in the country, they don't see development they can the country, they don't see transformation they can the country, they don't see school picking them they can go to school, where one day me and you know be the emergency picking them go to school in that country day where nobody no pay, no cumbra no pay, one block no pay 1 cent. They don't see the electricity where they be carried when they put a kaba, they say kaba tiger, kaba this, they go carry electricity for we, they don't do them. President Bio come where not even they in a manifesto, but because a carry technology, a system, robotic technology, where could transform the country, they say, well, since APC don't fail, well, Sierra Leoneans, nobody know they survive without electricity. No country. Electricity now the cow industrial movement where transformation the occur a nation. So electricity are for making paramount. That was not part of his manifesto. Now, APC don't rule that country 11 good years with people that suffer for water. They not think about who say water they know they reach. APC don't rule 11 good years. They're not able to put good medical facilities for Sierra Leoneans them. Where go, at least it will reduce a fertility rate. They not do them. But President Bio don't come. It they struggle to arrange all those things. Now, the APC have seen that they are coming back to power. The 2023, where they talk about the 24, their chances is limited. There's no way. So now, they want to use intimidation, violence, mamikos. That is moral intimidation. Any angle where go make sure this government shake and tremble and relax for let a kind of power. Why make they do this? This I go categorically clear around today. Why make they see them? Because they see say the SLPP they work very hard and they believe say what did they work on the Sierra Leoneans then go vote SLPP back. But beaucoup good things the way SLPP they can do, Sierra Leoneans they don't even sabi, they don't know yet. Why? Because there is a big lapse in the strategic communication department. So information that what we expect for let it come on do let people then hear it, they can come out. Now APC want to take as the advantage that they on media, that they spend money, as they cost with mama them, as they come out with lie them, blackmail them. We one that we're supposed to take that responsibility serious, they know they panduam. That they make intelligence business. But one tell Sierra Leoneans and to me SLPP pauper government say the social media na in the use na America where Donald Trump be they overlook until they pull Donald Trump na power. President Bio, you don't work a lot, very hard. Now for do ya tell the strategic communication department, let them buckle up. You message, you manifesto everything what you don't do. Let a commoner do. Even their rural areas, then their villages, them places, them where people not able. Let them make sure they take them if the projector, now that projector, then they take a crown go the good things where this government they can do. Let them make sure they showcase them. Let you not depend on most of their radio station, and they don't buy them all that they on APC pocket. They know they go look at what he they do. What he make people that they know self right now, what he President Bio they do is because of social media. So President Bio, I beg you, do ya. I know say they work hard, they are responsible, but if they work in gear 2, then they change that to gear 8. Because the APC Tolongbo toge pambodi way they see so. They not get no strategy. They not get anything when they say perhaps I don't be company people then they per work, I don't be farm, I don't get pepper garden, or I don't do this foundation for me people there. APC no do them, they not get them. So what did they do? Because they know say the lab ships they inside the media sector for the SLPP, that's why they are going around to make sure to disseminate this government. But to God, no matter how many million APC they get, we go dominate, we go bulldoze them, we go defend the constitution, and we go defend we government and we party. Now, Sierra Leoneans, we don't hear what DJ Force don't talk. CDI Tunis, we expect a lot from this man. But just like how DJ Force say, they don't plan, they organize. It's organized crime. They don't arrange them. They say that this is not what they do. What we don't do them? They aspire Secretary General when Babalao FODAY YANSANNEH, except they can't come out. And the author certain utterances them and say it might be what CDI Tunis do. But one thing I want Sierra Leoneans and the APC to understand is when people they be the kind of social media that they lambast, that they send all type of utterances them. At that time, we not be get a law where they govern Sierra Leone. We not be get cybercrime law. But now we get them, which is effectively the power. So we get for expect a lot. Police, your authority to stand tall to make sure lawlessness in that country they let it not stand. Let we eradicate them, which we not go we are not going to accept it and we are not going to tolerate it. Why? Because we not go there at them part of the war. will they abide by the rule and law? Then people then at this part of the world, they encourage people in another country for let them go, let them misbehave. This is the thing where they can train. But DJ Force, I hang on there first a little bit before I begin cover some issues there. Any take?
Well, I want to draw the attention of the citizens in the Republic of Sierra Leone and the government, ministers, paramount chief, tribal authorities for say lawlessness they grow in Sierra Leone. And we must control lawlessness. All People's Congress Party and lawlessness are like a twin. All People's Congress Party, lawlessness are like twin. Where anybody can do anything and walk away free. As long as you support APC, now that them believing. Such must not be tolerated in our state. We'll not go take calm from anybody. We'll not go take calm from any party secretary general. In the first place, I'm so disappointed when they invite CDI at TUNIS, they write a letter to Babalawo YANSANNEH. Because in party secretary general is being questioning. There is a question mark on it. If they courts, they don't recognize them. Why did they write letter to them? If CDI at TUNIS, he knows say in the P.R.O for the APC party, now they for rights. They come. Because these two people, the executive of APC is expired. Law left for the work with them. Now who they empower them? Let the government know say APC they court and there is pending in this executive. There's a question mark on this executive. Let us first try for monitor that area there. Who can we talk to? Who can we speak to when it comes to the matter of invitation and when it comes to the matter of discipline in the APC party? Who are they for the talk to? Because at the end of the day, may they know they fool we. They say Usman YANSANNEH not to party secretary general. If they court, question mark the panel. They would have for the talk to. So at the end of the day, when you see if they go say that they talk with UN, who don't UN where they go talk to? What in UN get or do you? What are you bringing to UN? This is not the strategy for scare this government. They try for seek international recognition for bringing them come to power. And you cannot hide inside international body in Freetown for let you destroy the people, their future, when they don't carry, as Dima say, we pick it to go to school. Would they bring electricity? Would they bring water where water not ever reach? Would they bring hospital where hospital not ever reach? Now, APC will hide inside United Nations or international recognition for make sure see for destroy the government and make they get to power. Such behavior will not go take come from anybody who believe say the people's the vote is more powerful than the APC TOLONGBO 2 gate pan body. If they say that they use level 3, I repeat myself, I'm going to say it. If they say they are using level 3, when this level 3, you know, get companies where they provide job for Sierra Leoneans. This level 3, you know, they able to pay school fees for 22,000 picking them. Now Sierra Leone. This level 3, you know, they able to bring road construction for una. This level 3, now they be there in power. Where we don't pull in a power. They don't go around, they don't go recycle themselves, they don't come. They lie and use aggressive force, aggressive speech, aggressive behavior for take power to Sierra Leone. President Bill, police, una stand tall. Government always they change. They not ever change police in Sierra Leone. Now only police get control over lawlessness. Now only police go discipline lawbreakers. You are getting paid. We encourage you now for let una stand tall for make sure see una not allow APC Tolongbo to get pan body lawlessness grow in the Republic of Sierra Leone. As lawlessness is their manifesto, lawlessness is their policy. They have nothing to show. Where there is a disciplinary action taken against politicians in Sierra Leone, APC is finished. It's finished. They not go able cantina. They tell una say una vote for we go bring this for una. They not get that spirit. They not get that giving spirit. What did they get? Now lawlessness. I want let everybody understand. Say we should control the growing of lawlessness in Freetown, capital city, because APC now this now the way where they build APC. Now, how they build APC, and now so APC, the political party, they exist. Once you are lawless and you are supporting their party, they want to do something and go for free. In 2012, they manifest that. In Falaba election, they manifest that. In 2021, we don't see how they don't try for increase the lawlessness in Sierra Leone. Stop this time, stop. Stop this time, stop. And they encourage the internal minister. For me, they know say, now the Bible and the Quran, they go take oath. They say they go protect the life and property of Sierra Leoneans. So, may they not afraid for execute their duty against a political party we not get sympathy, we not get manufacturing company, we not get even a pepper garden, we not get even one factory where they employ in grassroots, the way they say in grassroots they suffer. But what thing they inject into the grassroots? Now lawlessness. Just for me they take the power. We are now encouraging the police for control lawlessness in Sierra Leone. Enough is enough. At least when I don't give them a lot of time for long to see changes in them, but they are not. All their leaders are using violence means to take to power. Look at what happened in McKinney, where they say, come on, investigate you. What you see? Now lawlessness they manifest before every wall. Pull Matoma, pull Bangbani, pull Woje, pull Hunting Society, where these are respected society. Now we take the put before the state, they put before the police, just for letting them not get to annexed by Kuma. So that don't clearly manifest APC own lawlessness industrial company in Sierra Leone. For that reason, we encourage the police for me to stand tall for control lawlessness. May lawlessness not grow anymore. For far too long since 2012, lawlessness don't increase, it don't grow in Sierra Leone. We can no longer accept it. We no longer take it from the APC Tolongbo to get pan body. If they listen to the brothers and the diaspora where they inject them for challenge this government, well, we go tell them, say, when you challenge the government, anything will happen to you, you blame yourself.
You blame yourself. You blame yourself.
Yes, you blame yourself. Because at the end of the day, see the at TUNIS, the statement where you go utter, it can't bother them, it can't followers there, it can't party supporters there. When they spend highest millions of leons in Freetown, whether they support them for come to power, for use these threatening remarks against the government for come to power. But let the government know say the vote of the people, the power of the people is being manifested in them. They should not be afraid of APC. APC is a political criminal party. Yeah?
Political
Then
muku.
a political muku, then a political thieves, political criminals. Then people here take the biggest down the neighbor open one factory in Sierra Leone. Today, now they don't go sit down back and recycle. They say they come. They say they want to depend on international body for increased violence and come to power. Well, we go tell them say the people's vote must be defended. We will defend the vote where they go in for 20 queen status. Now that number I want for 10 Sierra Leoneans then for say we are ready ever before for say we not go allow APC for go sit down a radio station and talk any languages where they divide the state. You will be invited and you will be disciplined. Usman YANSANNEH I want to draw your attention, say today, the level 3, we don't plan with consortium. We are more prepared to defend the vote of, to defend the power of the people today in Sierra Leone. Now that no more I want to say, make I let you like you talk a little bit.
Thank you very much, DJ, for the SLPP DJ. Sierra Leoneans, if you want just the join with this na current affairs, and you dey watch me through the Green Movement, the Mano River Unionist blog, and also on the Green Movement on YouTube channel, the Green Movement on Twitter. Yeah, your comment and analysis is highly needed. We get for hit the nail on the wall. Now, DJ Force, you just don't see some key things that we see about, and it's by Kruma. Common investigation, they say come to can't answer whether na you this or not this. He grab, he go pull matoma. He pull picking them for let it dance, then they cause murder in mama. Sierra Leoneans, the lawlessness who will get na saloon today, na the legacy of Anes by Kruma. Where a political party don't kind of power, a fee, a thief, a racketeer, a colondo everything, the illegal chairman, and illegal executive, now they don't make lawlessness, don't grab na ya. Now, imagine, they invite Anes by Kruma. ACC say, well, we they come to you. They a puma toma. The other people, small underage picking there. For then they would begin cause my main cause. Sierra Leoneans, the video one they can watch a heavy, but with the show now. They from there, we can't tell una the reason why today we see LJ, it team up, it cause my cause. The whole world the watcher, everybody they dancer. When KAO DENERO because this non-entity boy then at this party here, where KAO DENERO cause them, people then go against KAO DENERO. But today, illegitimate Makeni, it cause my because langa one. We not care who that extend to, who that refer to, but Sierra Leoneans then they embrace that they share. That is hypocrisy to the highest degree. And we expect also the authority for what he LJ do. Now Makeni never don't arrest them. Because see you must not picking them. See everybody where be there. When they cause mommy cause. Like say na mommy cause crusade, now they don't make that. Now Makeni. Another question here is, why is it that Makeni, when it comes to lawlessness, Makeni, they always make, let's say, they are not part of Sierra Leone. Now they the mommy cause they happen. Now they challenge. Now they organize people that for them come out when they say election, when they don't go district, they come out and they go there because the guy will be the head of the guy then where the talks and where go. Richard Conte in talks and where they go to now when I don't go by election. Now being the Matoma, the chairman, the leader for Matoma. So everything about Makeni, but Sierra Leone, just like how DJ Force say, we not they watch this, but it's very disturbing. We're sorry, but this is painful. We get for sure the root cause because they say a river cannot flow into the forest without breaking down this tree. So Sierra Leoneans, this is painful, but we are going to hit the nail. Sierra Leone, It's very sad and awful to allow a former president, where supposed to get dignity and proud for himself, to love in country, to put them small picking them underage picking them when they for go to school. Put them at do. They cost me cost. McKinney, right before him. Small picking there when they for go to school. When mother don't come, they don't struggle hard. They don't come with education. When a free quality education for them picking them go to school. If honest by Kruma and the APC cabals, if them be good, if them be mean well for Sierra Leone, what did they for don't do? They for don't say, we now go to school, we now not get an aya. But if you look at them small picking there, where Aspire Goose, Aspire Secretary General, YANSANNEH, they can't grab now, and they talk nonsense, say UN. These are evidence that would they say, when you talk about international community, we know, them small picking and on the age picking when they for go to school. They're not in a school, but then they were honest by don't pay for them, cause mother, cause Fatima, cause mother and my mother. Which type of nation is this? Now the same thing will let sit down again. LJ go team up there again. Cause mommy cause right inside the McKinney. Sierra Leone, you ask your question. You ask yourself one question. Where are we heading? Where are we heading? DJ Force, this is painful, man. This is painful.
It is. It is. It is painful. It is painful. Well, today, as we are saying that it is painful, well, we need to speak to our people. Today, me, therefore, call the attention of the primary chiefs, the tribal authorities, the police, councillors, mayors, the DEPA reduce McKinney. The DEPA reduce the value of McKinney. What in McKinney people, they don't describe to we. They don't tell we say woman private no value na McKinney. Because they cause one and see them picking and Tinana street they cause when I look the amount of population, they are all women. Today woman no value again na McKinney. Now McKinney now they see where my one cause mommy cause if they come on that future, he go inside McKinney, it cause. Where the police then na McKinney. Where the primary chief then na McKinney. Where the councillors there. That they clearly they show we say SLPP no own McKinney. SLPP in government no dey inside McKinney. Because if SLPP in government dey inside McKinney, then such attitude behavior, such aggressive behavior, we not go see her inside McKinney. Where are the police? Where the primary chief there? Where the councillor? Where the mayor of McKinney? You dey allow somebody where don't rule country, where it don't enrich himself past all the McKinney people and today wait Tinapia na picking and today wait Tinapia na where they cost mommy cost, he get money past them, and in picking and then oversee they get a very good education, but if they put picking and go, they go sit down and they cost mother in mama. We see a musician when one of the biggest drug dealer, they call her LJ. It goes sit down and McKinney, a whole mic, it cost mommy cost in front of millions of women. So if we can see that today, they can see say woman there, na McKinney, they private, it no value. They cost mama there na McKinney, they cost sisters there na McKinney. That means woman in private, it no value na McKinney. If we don't take McKinney as a political rebel headquarters, then women are not value. The private not value again. Because women, God protect and hide woman in secret as man. So if they see young girls there like that, where President Bio they pay them, picking their school fees them, they come out somebody they use it as political human shield. They come on and see they use aggressive languages against the president. That means McKinney value don't drop. Makeni Obino, not to the Makeni this now. Where is the resident minister in Makeni? Where the primary chief them? Na Makeni. Where the town chief them? Where the mayor? Where the councillor? Where the police? Makeni get police headquarters. Makeni get soldier barracks. Today, they left Sudan such aggressive behavior, such aggressive attitude. They take place in Makeni. Well, we they call upon the government for me they know say Makeni no they above the constitution. Nobody not for use Makeni for even political gain because he want for rule Sierra Leone or if he don't rule Sierra Leone, then he born Makeni. He go use Makeni people they cost mama them. Because when you cost one woman, not remember I say not to one woman no more you don't cost. When you call one woman in part, remember say not to one woman in part you don't call. Now the millions of women in Sierra Leone now that you don't cost. If Ghana they accept Mami cost na the country, they will Sierra Leone Mami cost na a taboo. The primary chief they get right for hold you responsible. But these days we don't see say the primary chief they na Makeni, the tribal authorities they na Makeni, they don't let APC for do whatever they want for do and feel secure. These are all part of lawlessness. We not go take up, President Bio. We not go take up. We got to make sure say if we are going to increase more force for control Makeni, no increase up. Because what I don't they see, what the people are don't they plan. Now political rebel movement they don't plan. They use Makeni when the government take action, then they come on the street. That is exactly what you try for see. They make LSA, LG go sit down and Makeni in the whole mic in the cost money cost. Before primary chief them, before lawyers them, before judges them, before police them, nothing not come inside it. Before the resident minister, that means they not even recognize the resident minister within a Makeni. They not respect them. President Mew, we want to put stop to this. Government is government. Government is powerful than anything you think of in the world. The only person way powerful past government, now the Almighty God. Yes, we create you. But any lazy individual, you know, get power pass any government in the Republic of Sierra Leone or any part of the world. Well, I go still repeat me say I go continue for say this one for say all People's Congress Party. Now the party with lawlessness, they are like twins. All APC, all People's Congress Party and lawlessness are like twins. Where anybody can do anything and walk away free. As long as you support their party. Now so APC be don't build the country. Now so APC be don't build Sierra Leone. Now so APC build APC. Now so all People's Congress Party day. Then a lawlessness they get. Now in the manifesto, now in the policy, now in the drive, whether you like it or not. We are encouraging the authorities in Sierra Leone for say lay back. The world don't change. The world is moving in a different direction now. Only what you go stop lawbreakers and the police. Would they encourage the police for stand up for say, since Sierra Leone they open now, police say they don't change government after government after government. May nobody not take politics for threatening police. If so, the APC TOLONGBO tollgate pan body supporters na the diaspora are respecting the laws. Now America, England, Germany, Australia, China, they respect the police, and they want for disrespect with police in Freetown, in Sierra Leone. Then we they encourage the police for stand tall. For say political party na just a political party. It not get power reach the police. It not get power reach the crown. Let APC not try for use international recognition for threatening the police. Anybody where go sit on at 98.1 AYV, SLBC, he use aggressive statement, divided statement in the country, in the Republic of Sierra Leone. Let the police they deal with that. Now we look at people that they vote. At the end of the day, if you come to the worst, now money will they trust. But the minerals in Sierra Leone, who get them? And what is really APC they work towards? Now for scared investors, for more the government, they demonstrate across the country for scared investors for men they not come now Sierra Leone. And now that they stand by. And now that they stand for. And now that they work towards. For make sure say, no investor no go can provide job. This government no go provide job for we people. And the grassroots, they need job. And because President Biodo they go towards that drive, now it make them say they go on a radio station and sit down there and threaten the states. And when you threaten the states, anything will happen to you,
You blame
you
yourself.
blame yourself.
Hold on, me. You know, anything happen to you, you blame yourself. You know, Salona to dirty box. Now, inside Anes by Kruma a time where it make Sierra Leone relegate Sierra Leone for to that level to go na dirty box to go eat chicken. I don't sweet na the mouth. But saying His Excellency retire Brigadier Julius Marabio take power. It don't make Sierra Leone don't elevate it. We don't elevate. Level don't change. People that when they not get respect for Sierra Leone. For we, they get respect for we today. And we did watch that kind of situations then they. And we are not going to allow anybody to come jeopardize this situation for we. For APC to tell we say that war, nine and one count. You know, when APC begin make them some statements, certain statements, then people they be overlook them. But now we don't begin see the reality. When P.R.O Conte take gun to go kill Marabio, people then say, hey, these ladies, and Marabio forgive them. If not be honest by Kruma in time, if we don't kill the person, it drink champagne for a grave. If we don't do them, Marabio say no. In fact, after that, Marabio abolish the death penalty. Then, because they do them, the same P.R.O Conte grab a car and not step but Marabio time. It tell APC thank you. The etimap Bagba Ode categorically declare say it say now UN go pathway. That was an incitement statement, Dandy. It say UN now UN go pathway. It say in a 5-star general. Yes. It say in a 5-star general. The way grab Usman Babalawo YANSANNEH himself a give another heavy statement where statements that were not correct. They would not left sit down. Chakman, Samura Kamara, where they send out your presidential material. It come categorically, it map say it will cause all sorts of confusions. If anybody put a name there and crown go to court, it will cause trouble. I like and not get the power self. You were in a power, you know, go enjoy it, go haunt you. We hear it and can statements then they. People that they overlook them. But then I want to remind Sierra Leoneans them. Last year, the security sector captured too much of ammunition, guns, uniforms, weapons. The counter. Why? Most of them so-called honorables, the way they under, and then they use them weapon and put them inside container and count them. But where God not sleep, then make we able to capture. But now at the test Sierra Leone and the security sector, we not be don't capture them one day, but we not know how much before we not capture, how much escape, how much then get. Now, God they still fight for this government here. Now then they make you see today the rebel movement when they been built na Conakry, the base is scattered. where the new regime take over. Because now through that side, they use, they train marshal them, they train rebels them to cow them to come cause me out and salute. But God said it not go happen. Because one thing is that Sierra Leone would not suffer. Under Ernest by Kroma, it suffer with it suffer Sierra Leoneans then. So then come on, then swear a day with them. So no matter what they happen, it is exposed. It is exposed. But I don't really know why this Badat is too much. That's the question. Why? The Badat is too much. But then I want to begin taking out to some areas them. Where would they see things and they happen? Where will get so-called activists them? Then they see reality they happen. But they all don't turn blind eye because they believe, say, the political party or a kind of power, it will give them a job. We don't see, say, they intimidate the government 24 hours. That's the big shame, man. Because now, Sierra Leone, if me na motor man, I be don't get this position before. Things that what I for do, I know able to do. I fail. What I go do? I go ask for forgiveness to the people then where you fail. Sierra Leoneans. But you not ask for forgiveness.
Olande, in government, in politics, what the real APC to they work towards. The people of Sierra Leone now want to compare these two giant political parties. And that's not the style of APC party. Once SLPP they in power, things that we then fail for do, where SLPP want do them they know they give chance. They use their strategy, which is lawlessness, for crackdown on the government in town, let the government look bad. Those politics will not accept again. We don't be far above that. I believe say Sierra Leoneans where they follow this program, the Green Movement, the SLPP party, the SLPP Weekly News, we now all go testify say we don't give power to APC pass or political party in the Republic of Sierra Leone. But today, we still dirty freighter. We not get marketplaces for our sisters there. Street bread markets. Now the embassy they use as toilets. If APC be get the way forward, therefore don't create a hygiene place where the people have for they go feel like they belong. But since President Bio done a KAO DENERO, so they go extra mile for use lawlessness as their symbol, as the way, as a strategy for distract the citizens them, for men not pay attention on the good work of President Bio. Now, what he really APC they try for do next? The track record of President Bio of this government, then they want to turn into darkness. And how? They want to use the media to do that. But the police, they are very smart. Police, they don't take their responsibility. Police, they don't take in charge. The track record of President Bio and President Bio in government, they want to use aggressive languages and turn this government down. Maybe they say that they use level 3. For say the people that will speak to their power. Well, if the people will speak to their power, then the people will defend their power. Because at the end of the day, now people vote for President Bio. You will not want to see President Bio, and you will not be vote for President Bio, and you want to crack down on President Bio in government. Anything will happen to you, you blame yourself. This will not be an ongoing something. When APC in a power, you find out say the SLPP they take the back seat. They go back to their teaching field. They go back to their farming, to their businesses, and every different activities. They know they pay attention. But this APC Tolongbo Tollgate pan body, once SLPP is in power, they become more aggressive on the streets, in the marketplaces, in the public transport, and even inside social media. For they make sure say SLPP not succeed. But of course, everybody knows say opposition they don't benefit from this government. Most of them so where they go sit on at radio stations, where they hold meeting for dislodge this government, they are benefiting. They're picking a nepa go school. So if President Bio now the people that give power, the APC say their people are now ready to speak to their power and take their power by unlawful means, then we go tell them and say, we will defend this power by the law and with the constitution in the Republic of Sierra Leone, because when you make certain utterance statement, you will come to the police and explain. Gentlemen, today, inside diaspora with my country, they left for pass, police pull you over, it search you. But in Freetown, if police pull you over for search you, they go kill the police, they go burn them, they go fight them. Why? Because now APC be don't be lawlessness in the citizens in the Republic of Sierra Leone, especially in the capital city. Now they left for pass, you see policeman pull you over. It search you. If you hold you with anything, we're not there in line with the law, you will be punished. But in Freetown today, policeman pull you or he call you for evil search you. They see civilian, they come out, they stone them. Why? Because this lawlessness is a where APC be don't be like in Sierra Leone, we go make sure say nobody no go stop them for do the right thing. Yeah? Or nobody no go do the right thing for control Freetown. So President Bio would encourage you for say the lawlessness, you can't meet them. You can't meet lawlessness and Freetown. Lawlessness, na him boss head in 2012, President Bio. Now lawlessness, na him boss head in 2012. Lawlessness, na him born Motuka na Falaba by election in 2021. Now lawlessness, they pass in the court transformer them inside Freetown. Police, una stand up. Police, now una get the country. Not to no political party get Sierra Leone. Now police get Sierra Leone. Now police they put stop to anything in Sierra Leone. Now police they put stop to killing in Sierra Leone. Now police they put stop to rebellion activities in Sierra Leone. Not to nobody. Now police they in charge for that. Una take una responsibility serious. As una don't invite TUNIS, una make sure say what if they inside the constitution deal with them. Una not play them. If you give cause for let go, na Panebaro, let go. Una send on a court, let go. You don't miss away, TUNIS go na court or you go na Panebaro, that means APC is coming to power, or that means Sierra Leone is finished. Na lie. Na lie. Yeah, where people alone are.
But let me tell you, DJ, I not cut you off, DJ Force. Let me tell you one thing. The APC Tolongbo Toge Pambody, everything what they do, they plan out. Yeah? Now, if you listen to Sierra Leone, the statement from the Aspire Party Secretary General, Ego annoying you. And now, as we talk now, under the Green Movement, with the call on IG Sovula, the AIG, Buya, we want to arrest Usman YANSANNEH. Because instead, it's still the pump. That statement today, the phone call, what it make. This is tantamount. Very tantamount to treason. When I listen to a message what he give, which is not correct at all. They need for arrest him. Sierra Leone, una listen.
During the Democracy Good Morning Salon program day. Well, on the line now, we get the National Secretary General for the APC Party, Ambassador Osman FODAY YANSANNEH. Good morning, sir, and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Good morning, 98.1.
All right, you can first start to clarify if the acting publicity secretary of una party, CDI TUNIS, still in a police custody in the CID?
CDI TUNIS still in a police custody in the CID in Africa.
All right. Yesterday, it been go for go answer to an invitation where the police been sent to for go make clarification then. And you, as the party secretary general, now one party people already accompany them. You can first start for give listeners them an overview of what exactly they happened yesterday and the criminal investigation department before CDI at TUNIS and they detain them.
Well, the day before yesterday, I get a call from the head of the CID, RPG. He said he was like TUNIS CID. I said, what you do? He said he been talking on radio 98.1 and he make inciting statements. Now so I say, okay, I shall make sure we report my CID. In the morning, by 11 o'clock, together with the lawyers, CDI TUNIS report my CID. Done, the head of CID say, let them take statement from him. The statement take a long time, repeated questions of whether we remove we saved and they remove this government through what means? They re-emphasize that. They say through legal means, through lawful means. They make that clear throughout the interview and the interrogation. At the end of the day, I will say what did happen next. Say, well, then we read and ask for opinion. So we did, now CID day. That's why there is some scuffle downstairs. Say the novel and the care I'm gonna sell. So, but the senior officers have not been there. The director of crimes not there. The head of CID said not there. I look for some senior members there. I not even see. But now I say, now allow and let them carry and go. Then carry and go to the cell. And we did it net because we make some engagement with the government. I talked to the VP, who is the head of the police. I go to the IG office. He was not there. And I asked for the deputy IG because the senior man they say, unless they get directive from above, they're not going to grant and bail. So we did it in a net. He was still in cell. Now accommodate.
Ambassador, you say una be make some engagement yesterday with government, and one party people always say una be engaged with the vice president, where the head of the police council. You say you talk to them. When you've been talking to them concerning this issue, we get to do with CDI TUNIS in detention. What will be the response of the vice president?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the response from the vice president was that indeed he don't discuss the issue with the IG, but that INSSF not get the recording, this 98.1 recording, so he cannot give any, he doesn't make any comment on TDRE, and the person will get the recording, they don't send for that. Now, as I say, can I offer you forward the recording to you? Indeed, I did, and they acknowledged receipt. So I've been expecting they will call me back or tell me, say, this is what we will do. But as I talk to you now, I'm on my way to the CID for the next progressive step for ensure that he is released on bail to us.
This action of the police for invite on our acting publicity secretary for make clarification on certain things the way they say it talk na radio democracy Good Morning Salon program. And later they be detained and sleep na CID. Una as a party, we na one pan the opposition party them. How una describe this action of the police?
I think the action is high-handed. The action is high-handed. The police are one of the institutions that we don't create several minuses for this government. And I think they will rein them in. We are really watching this man say, you know, go through investigations. The investigation starts when the man is in the prison. When you discover, say, the man not wrong, then you release him without any compensation, without even a word of, we are sorry. This has happened to many of our senior officers. You've been invited, you are invited, you are detained for several days. At the end of it, you go out. And this, in order to create within the UN they expect from we, within the partners and they expect from we for constructive engagement with the government. Yesterday we were at the UN when they say last and
now Sierra Leoneans now just join with this not SLPP weekly news. Well, you just don't join with they discuss about the lawlessness, the APC lawlessness in the country. Well, DJ Force, you be they talk about also about this Aspire party is chairman where they talk about UN, they threaten or intimidate the government with UN. Well, this party, Aspire party chairman also, party secretary general also, and also the other Buffalo soldier, they all be they talk about UN. They say UN go pathway. Well, that you statement where you make, it look like say na in with the pansina also today. Well, Sierra Leoneans, so APCP say then go threaten this government with UN, EU, this, that. But where the EU, where a no going say APC, they're not better. Where the UN going, where they talk to today, that they go, then Kumunyama UN that they go, where they lie, that they make them false allegations, them misleading information against this government, they just they laugh at them. Near you remember we see one of them they take even fake document and send away and not represent Sierra Leone, not today come out. They can't go send an UN. They say na salon this they happen. Him right, this, that. But those strategies then for APC, now Monku strategies, and not the work. We don't believe in that anymore. We believe in human capital development, transformation. Even somebody when are you picking, you born today, a level of thinking, a good, a correct, able to do something past you know for impress them. But APC, they no one do. Now I make up and play that music. I say, but that when you listen to this Aspire party chairman, you see the badat na in mind, the heart. And badat na in Sierra Leoneans them, especially APC them, they get. We love them. We open doors for them. Let's say for instance, we say we some of who come out where they come with the open doors, we give everything to them. But I bite you, go to them. They know they do that. So APC get badat so much to the extent that certain things that when they don't want to hear, some of who get for the hard fact. Because true not get ben waste. Yes, DJ Force. Well, before I give you DJ Force, yeah. Yes.
You see this interview where they interview 98.1 they interview the Expire Party Secretary General Usman YANSANNEH. Now psyche. They call him political psyche. They try for use political psyche for gain sympathy. When they arrest P.R.O, acting P.R.O for APC, now vice president they call. Technically, if they arrest CDI to now vice president they call, what the vice president you get for do? So what did they do? They try for blackmail the vice president. They draw inside their mistake. They try for showcase like we are engaging the government, but the government is not listening to them. And the government will not listen by using unlawful or lawlessness, you want to let the government engage with you. You cannot use unlawful or lawlessness, aggressive behavior, then you want to let the government listen to you. They call them people have been to 93. This Usman YANSANNEH, he said they're not a go. Because at the end of the day, what they try for showcase, we are trying to get to the government to listen to our voice. And the government is not listening to them. But here is a party secretary general where they call them Pabi 293. He say they're not a go. Because all this interview, 98.1, AYV, some of us are in that station. When you start your statement straight away, we don't know who side they get to your statement. Who side they get? And where are you trying to get to? Where are you trying to get to? So, you see, he called vice president, he called UN. This is not the strategy. What in UN they call you, pa? What in UN get with you? This is not the way they try for call attention to their political party. This is not the person who do election. He say, Mahama don't run away. That not be the way for rig the election. He said, Mahama don't run away. Which you call Mahama not even run it inside the country. He used that strategy for make able weaken the vote. Let the vote go in favor of them. So now the same strategy, this guy na criminal. This Usman Babalawo YANSANNEH na this issue. Now he destroy JS Momo in government.
I am P.
This you don't. Now I am P. Now I am P. This you don't hold. This you don't. He don't hold. He don't get no knowledge again. Now he deliberate no more. Where he grab, he go beg President Bio. They get feeding. President Bio left for the get money. Left for the give money to Usman Babalawo YANSANNEH. At the end of the day, it is time for blackmail your government. It's a dangerous politician. It's a criminal politician. If they use vice president, when they hold somebody in a APC, now vice president they call. So they are using the vice president to increase the lawlessness because it say now the vice president is in charge of police security. So now the vice president they call transformer, they never arrest nobody up to this day. So what do? They milk the vice president, they come they make, let's say, the lecker, they can't talk to them sweet, they prepare their political rebel movement. So now he make all the whole CCI at Tunis, he not go call the police IGO. Now the vice president he go call. What did they call the vice president for? Is the vice president working for APC?
Could you imagine?
Is the vice president working for APC? Or the vice president is working for Sierra Leonean? It's representing the SLPP government. Jude Jallo, SLPP you vice president. You brothers them, if you say you encourage them, they will never work towards what you want. Because they try for blackmail you now. They say they don't hold CCI at Tunis. They don't call the vice president. What did they call the vice president for? You know, make una office so important for now, vice president. Una make sure say, let there be some amount of restriction to get to you. Let there be some protocols to get to you. Let any jig and jab political rebels in APC not going to take phone number, they call you when they do mistake, and if I go free them. So now make the lawlessness they increase. Judah Jallo, now make the lawlessness they increase. You know able to control the ground. Because look at this statement, I don't call the vice president. He don't talk to me. He say, let's send the recording to her. Now, vice president, if I call, or now the police, if I call. There are steps in the police, in policing. There are steps. When they arrest person, there are steps. There are people that you call in the police force. You don't go to vice president straight away. These are all political mind game in the play. We don't go to UN. UN, they don't call me for last saying, what do they call you, P.R.O? This time, the man when they call for B293, he said, you know, they go there. Because I listen this interview, he say, the government is not listening to them. The government is not engaging. What are they going to engage you about? You as an opposition, what is your duty or responsibility? Is to make sure the government is paying soldiers, is paying police correctly, on time, is paying school fees. You go and organize your party because you cannot allow the government to go and talk peace for you. We call you on in Bintuman 3, you refuse. You say you are not going anywhere. So because I listened to that interview of this CDI TUNIS where they talk say the government know they make peace for them. But when we be the opposition, and Escoma be they make peace for we. Where an Escoma now you go as but I got sit down before an Escoma inside status na free tongue. Yeah, inside status na free tongue. It is try for divide with government. It is try for divide with party. Who's peace where an Escoma ever bring inside SLPP? It be they spend money for destroy SLPP. Now when they at loggerhead, then they say the government know they bring peace among themselves. Then it talk one of the most tribalistic talk where say now where APC be in a power, Medeman, Libaman, Tibiniman, be they see themselves as one people. But now where SLPP in a power, Mede, Tibini, and Lima are not seeing themselves as one people. These are all political game, political speech. For let APC people they feel sorry for the vote for them. But the one that they go and waste their vote now constituency 110, now they are the blame. Because at the end of the day, APC rule it country 11 years. They're not able to care one great school for owner, one great hospital. Joseph Jackson, just because he declared for say it won't be members of parliament for constituency 110. Look at the development the way it can go. It not be members of parliament too. Today they enjoy a good road, good electricity, good hospital, good community center. How much now if Joseph Jackson be members of parliament at that area there? That means I grow up in that area. If I don't pass down there, I grow up in that area. Now that area me grow up na free zone. Yeah? So what all APC they play na political mind game, and they want the people for feel sorry for them, and they want always for there where they recognize President Bio for blackmail. The track record of this government, and they want for destroy. And they want to say, because they say President Bio no they go to America, President Bio, they don't ban and for go America, President Bio get blood now in hand, and when President Bio don't be president now, there's still one showcase like President Bio is not a good leader. Now this APC they chase. Now this APC they try for show. Now make they always say, not to international body they vote for Sierra Leone. Not to international body get status. Not to international body gets police, but international body na loan. Now trust who they trust from them. Now make when President Yoke out if the government, the free quality education, you know wait for international body for support her. It start and say Sierra Leone will get money. We allow start up for who say today we don't succeed. Now international body are running to come in and support this government. Now that this APC they had the one break that record. That track record, now they want dirty. Now they go home meeting. They say go talk this na station. So when you go talk on a radio station, the police they go invite you. So when the police they invite you, they will party go popular more because the mindset of Sierra Leonean is so small that APC don't use there for 48 years, 30 days. We said dog and push. They go shit. Now they go lay market in the street. They sell pana. Dust they kill them. They still don't understand if they reduce their life. So, Fritonians, today I want to talk to una say APC. Una deviate una self from APC. Una believe in economics, politics. Where party not give una money or government not give una money, una they go vote for APC. Where you guys are mortgaging the facility where President Bio don't bring up for una. Yeah, nothing not the way APC they fed for Canada power. Now for their resources. Now for the resources. Usman YANSANNEH, now they make as ambassador now Ghana. He no go there. Ghana don't develop like anyway, it's my country. As ambassador na Ghana, he no able go negotiate with Ghanaian government for able bring factories and for able bring companies and Afriton. Instead, na Friton. Instead, if he later on Friton, he they receive 2 salary. He they Friton, they pay him. Then, as party secretary general there, he they work as ambassador back. These are all part of corruption. These are all part of lawlessness. So now the same game they play. We don't call UN, and then we don't call me na UN. We don't call President Bio. This are the way say, Mama, don't run away. For let get into a power. So now the same thing that they use. Sierra Leoneans una pay attention for President Bio. Una embrace President Bio in government. Una embrace SLPP. Una come up behind this APC where they say na Limbama get APC. They come in not go say na Timnima get APC. They no one they give Vice President say to Timniman. Then that flag there for root APC. But they use too many people and dump them because they get the largest population inside APC party, but they not go give them flag bearer. So these are all the mind games that they play. Now, if you see the TUNIS one set example, it said Puja not get hospital. Puja not get hospital. Puja they don't ever tell you say they not get hospital.
I know my city TUNIS. You know, DJ Force, these are the strategies where the APC TOLONGBO Toge Pambodi they do. You know, when a regime don't fail and a regime don't see another regime don't come, they don't able to do things within the 3 to 4 years. They don't able to do things where the 11 years mixed rule government, they're not able to do anything at all. So now, but that don't involve inside. Yeah, but that don't involve inside. So when you see TUNIS, the grab they talk, and you see Babalawo YANSANNEH inside they talk, I want let Sierra Leone understand, say, YANSANNEH not to somebody to take serious. One, in an illegal Secretary General, just like how DJ Force don't talk Honorable VP, Vice President Jude Jallo, with the call upon your attention, not to all kind of number then where you get for good answer. Some of them then go try to set you up. If YANSANNEH come to come bigger, we not get money because when we get money, it will come say na bribe when we don't bribe them. Me, you know, when we call with this, when President Bio call with this counting business here, how they call them, this census business here. You see how APC be the jump. They cause all type of noise. You see this same power, it cause all type of noise because now dragging. If you say na the APC day where you cause noise or you drag, they go, you know, knock you, slap you out. They bet you that you lock him out. This government don't believe in those things. So now may see YANSANNEH aspire one way not to a party executive, you know, a sit under, and they don't want to give chance and opportunity to the young one the way they come. They know they do them. But they just there to cause chaos. At the end of the day, they send youth, young man there again at the street, give them kush, because kush, they don't make no kush, don't bokuna salon. Look at that video where it don't go up. Now the international community is very, very deplorable, you know, a very, very disturbing. Young man them where we believe say they for do well, then they give them kush. President Bio don't come with car wash, they don't come with other project that way young man them for utilize themselves into to develop themselves. But APC they tell them say no go there. They eradicate tuna, no do car wash, no make farm, no do this. Yeah. Things when they're not able to do, they don't see government don't can they do them. But the only thing when they're able to do is to take kush and give young man them for letting life destroy. So when they say rally, when they say this, they go cause noise, then from there they feel them. But Sierra Leoneans, I just want to give some few things them where I want to see before we begin we enter into business proper. Because this we are going to really break it down into particles. Let Sierra Leoneans they understand. Now, I got small things that I want to show you. When I watch this first. Why McKinney? Why always McKinney?
Go to McKinney for actually investigate the crisis we happen. On the 18th of July 2020, the Ministry of Energy sent some people, mainly security personnel, for take a generator na McKinney for transfer and Alungi, where arrangements be done the force, but we not been done generator. So as a result of that, the people have become so suspicious that it been therefore lead to another thing. And on the 18th of July 2020,
and give you a story about what happened on that day. We further know what happened to the SLP party office. We go indeed, we see them pelt serious stones them inside the building. Glasses and damage, but they're not burn them at all. And the party office not far removed from the ETSA office, outside and will take the machine. And so we therefore even stop by at the ETSA place and see outside the machine be there. Also further discuss.
Now, Sierra Leone, I just remind you when I see the party office, how they vandalize them. When I see what will be happening that time, day. Generator, when a government property, then go take them. Politicians, the way they don't fail this country, when they know be well for the country, and they tell una say una go do this, una go do this. You know, one thing I want Sierra Leone they understand, I'd get something where una want, they can't show una. The police get authority to defend the constitution. AIG, Savula, you get the right to defend the constitution. Lawlessness, no, they take any side. Look at this. Now analyze this incident we occur in Australia. Let we just see something for ourselves. Then from there, DJ Force, one or two videos, then from there we analyze them to the public. Why we say lawlessness get for stop. And the police get the mandate to jiggy jagger any side we say lawlessness day, we want out chaos in our country ahead of this election. So when CDI TUNIS, they incite, and say incitement is tantamount to treason. We not get for tolerator under this government here. When I watch this, what happen in Australia.
Live now in Melbourne. This is what's happening. This is for our health in Melbourne, live now. See, they've separated the groups, firing. Listen! Fucking, what are you doing, man? Oh. Give up my face, you cunt. Give up my hand. Give up my hand.
What you want to power Sierra Leonean, then people they try by all means to defend the country. We say we did. Anybody will misbehave, then we'll deal with you. When I remember the last time, what happened to the Mami Cause came, how they rough and they almost want to kill him. Now law and order the whole water at this part. But then now allow take una salon. What would they say? Lawlessness is all over. Which of course we know they encourage that for happening. Because when this thing happen, that now really a problem. I make with tell the AIG, the security sector, the High Lawrence Lima, how they call the minister himself or Panda Noah, internal minister, wanna take una responsibility serious. 2023 they come. Then one day they bloody to cause anything. However, let's watch this. We just try to show Sierra Leoneans and say, see what people then they do. They fight police, people the way they protect life and property. When a network leader they sleep. We no say without the police, without security sector, a country they go in doom. But why all this they happen? Now because of the brown, the kush way that they give them, and that they make then they get the brave mind to cause this trouble. And politicians are ready to use any means to destroy the country, and which, of course, we are not going to accept. So these are some of things that we would show to people them, then they understand, and the authority understands, say, 2023, 24 election, any civil incitement come out. We work out chaos in our country. We want spoil the school, the school where the school where we begin and they enjoy, we brother and sister they enjoy. The freedom we enjoy in that country day. We one day, one day happy. Because under this government, we don't get freedom of speech. We president, you don't sign them. Now, under this government, you don't get privacy law. Now, under this government, but good things that when a danger thing, then we don't pull them. And now you want threaten government, you want threaten Sierra Leoneans, then vote. We are not going to accept it. But I just want to give you a little flash no more, little bit. Then from there, DJ Force, you tell me you don't take honor.
Push. A new illegal drug high taking my country's youth to a dark place.
Logo, to hospital quick.
Young people driven mad, harming themselves, driven to addiction.
You see, don't use to my dad, I don't use to one now. And it's like not to want it for left.
Police are battling to win the war against this drug.
So let us to the radio band all Kush.
But with Kush spreading like wildfire, how can my country win the war against this drug?
Yes, DJ Force.
I don't want for the police and say cover the crime a little bit. The uniform into the population, into the civil now. How which manner they operate with the police in there? Limited police uniform on the streets. The nation say, Sierra Leone they say, multicultural society don't make today, which man the country develop. All criminals in there, all region, all tribe around the whole world, they there. Because me they part of the law. They work under the law enforcement body. Some of the strategy what they implement now, reduce the uniform on the streets. Sierra Leoneans. Reduce police in Sierra Leone. Reduce the uniform on the street. Put the uniform logo into civil police now. We will crack down on these drug dealers. Because the final say, APC they import drugs. Sierra Leone. Once I be the cocaine saga, where be they in power. When they don't let power, they say drugs. Power for raise fund. The final now, the final say, who's going to take over? How police go stop that? Remove the uniform. Go into civil policing. That no more go able to make una catch drug dealers, lawbreakers. When don't no clean, everybody wear uniform. Can't sit down at police station just for the take statement. Now we go into the public for stop crimes. They see somebody they walk on the street, he crazy. A policeman. Yeah, we run one matter now. We don't become more rich. Now drugs will be they sell. It be they love. Now police. They travel out of Australia, they go all over the world. They go say the largest drugs. The man leak the information, he go with the police. When he see the man, he cry. Cry. Imagine a young policeman be done the law. In and out, in the stadium. So I encourage Etonian police, Sierra Leonean police, reduce the uniform on the street. We now go into civil policing. Now go make una crack on political criminals. Now go make una crack on APC. APC party office. No one see the kind of drugs so they sell it every day. Headquarters now APC office is done. Now they sell. At the APC office, and they go sit down. And they see the business transaction where they happen at party office, like APC office. Now they sell drugs. Okay, brown. They get people that will sit down at Guinea. They come to America, they transit by Guinea. If I really want for know what they talk, if not true, when put the uniform, but now go into civil policing. Scatter the police then. For be diplomatic, you don't get for go sit down for make like saying a policeman. What did they see? Now crime they look for. What see? Now crime. People they commit crime. So the lawlessness today I don't see. When I see now the video where the engineer play now say Anaya. Once you don't break the law, my brother, you don't go for free. Policeman the way they train them for beat smarter man when they beat you. Where you gonna use 3 days? You know they able to touch you, woman. Yeah. I know when they see the bomb motorcar, we know they see policeman around there. You know the bomb motorcar na street. Where bomb motorcar? But you ask me if fingerprinting, then they arrest people. As long as they see they call transformer, as long as they see they sell drugs. All the people they sell the drugs. APC recruitment in the police force is greater than any political party you think of. Let us try to crack down. A little bit improve intelligent policing. For the national anthem. Police force. Not to people when they come for cancer political party. Time, this election when they come for you know, mix rally panel. Put rally into this election where they come. A very dangerous thing for the police. Police don't get enough logistics. Lack of logistics in Sierra Leone. Say, even when they go for arrest, saying you see the rush panel, they beat them because you don't get the power of arrest. Add on the power of arrest. Once you don't handcuff Posse, everybody they slow down. I would encourage of internal affairs. Make sure say it requires for logistics more of handcuff. If Motkano they will let handcuff come. Any police, single police travel na the country on the duty, if you get handcuff. CID not enough. Traffic police making money for the country, making money for themselves. To civil policing, let them pull uniform, let them come inside the population and put on the street. For many they watch, who they count drugs here and put on. Really, they increase lawlessness in Sierra Leone. Pull uniform now. Pull uniform. Lawlessness. Now law increase. Logistics in the police force. It's limited. Police headquarters for the day. The amount of police that were just they know they do nothing. They beg you, you give them 5,000, 10,000. For the parties. Now, not pull uniform at the police. Let them go inside the population on the street now. For long we're able to cry. Our program when the internal of General, Deputy Minister of Attorney General, when they prepare for stop war, drug dealers in Freetown, answer that question. The Deputy Attorney General, they ask them for crack war on drug dealers in Freetown. If we not crack war,
yeah, I remember you asked that question.
If we not crack war on drug dealers.
I remember when we host that, you asked that question.
These
Yeah.
are the results that they see now. I am seeing As I be Sierra Leone, I born in Sierra Leone, I grew up in Sierra Leone. If we not crack war, drug dealers, as APC that they get drug cartel, we not crack on that. We are not going to be able to control the population on the street. We are not going to be able to control the ground. We will crack war on drug dealer, drugs cartel in Freetown as APC that they get drugs cartel. Name the party na rare boy they get am. LJO na they see so. Na Freetown na drugs dealer na they sell drugs for an escroma. Na see na Makeni na the money don't go for go and over. The uniform, una go in civilian clothes, una come on the street, una go into the public places. Una go na the them, una go see how many drugs una go capture. Anywhere una they capture. A link with APC. Any drugs dealer owner they capture on a Freetown, a link with APC. They get drug cartel. So that video they play and say la comment, lawlessness stop, must be control. APC lawlessness in Sierra Leone.
Thank
you. Are not afraid.
Thank you, DJ for Sierra Leoneans. When I just the join we now wrap up, they can wrap up now and give key recommendations. From there, we see again on current affairs. This is not emergency, and we believe say we don't hit the nail, and we message it they go. So when I just share this message, let it reach to your brothers, let it reach to the right direction. What we don't take, what we don't talk now. Now, DJ Force, you know, one thing you talk is true. You know, the APC, they don't get strategy anymore. Yeah. And then blackmail them, we are not going to fall for it. We encourage the government also, let them not fall for it. Yeah. Law and orders for whole water in that country did. And the lawlessness, Sierra Leoneans, before I close, we'll wrap the program up. I want to remind when I say the lawlessness. Now, when Ernest by Kumabi did it, at the time he introduced lawlessness, we sacked the vice president with nothing no commodity. He sacked him. Nothing no commodity. At all not. Yeah? So, today, lawlessness, they be don't plan everything. Ernest by Kruma is sacked in VP. Yeah? And nothing no commodity.
This morning to news that
you know, we there to keep the record straight and also carry some information then we will not need for Eric. But then right now, we not just the talk no more without evidence. I guess something I want to listen to. Then from there we'll wrap up DJ Force. I see say DJ Force you get about analysis there. You don't make get recommendation that we get for can share. I mean there I guess some. But let's listen to we say lawlessness been there inside the country. How it been there.
we woke up this morning to news that the president has sacked his vice president, citing two key reasons. One being that he sought asylum as a foreign embassy. Clearly, that's the United States Embassy, where the vice president had called to seek asylum there on Saturday after his house was visited by some soldiers who went and disarmed his bodyguards. And the other reason given by the president is that the party that under which the vice president and the president himself, under which they ran in 2007 and 2012, expelled the vice president from his ranks on the 6th of March. Now, the president argues in the press statement that that means that the vice president can no longer continue to be vice president of the country. Obviously, this has been challenged by some lawyers as well as civil society groups who are saying that it is completely unconstitutional and the vice president cannot be sacked under the constitution of Sierra Leone, except if he is impeached by parliament. Civil society groups are meeting this afternoon to take a position on it, as well as the Bar Association. Some lawyers say they're going to challenge it. And I spoke with the vice president's lawyer, or at least the now sacked vice president lawyer, Jenkins Johnson. He says that they are meeting to plan their next move. So the coming days will be pretty much interesting here.
Now, what's behind all this? It sounds like the president wants the vice president out.
Absolutely, he does. I mean, the fact that his party and the president is a chairman and leader of his party, as well as being the president of Sierra Leone, by the admission of the vice president himself, now sacked. He and his boss have not been on good working terms for several years. That's what he said to the country's former vice president, Solomon Berwa, whom President Roma defeated in elections some 8 years ago. And that has become very apparent, leading even to his sacking. It was very clear that the two were not seeing eyeball to eyeball. We yet do not know what the real reason is. We know that the current president cannot stand by the country's constitution for a third term. He's serving his second and final term. And obviously, the vice president was very much interested in succeeding his boss. No vice president in the history of Sierra Leone has become president of the country. So Sam Sumana was looking forward to achieving that. It seems he cannot achieve that now.
Now, Sierra Leoneans, I just want to remind you now, we now will keep the record straight. Remind you now what be happening. You know, the man sacked a vice president unconstitutionally. If you listen kindly to Umaru Fofana's last statement, they say, of course, not inside the constitution for let the man run for a third time, which of course me and you know, and as my command, and being that if you want change the constitution so you will able to run for the third time. But where God and the Bible and the Quran, they go against them, and then they make you see a pay for doing that. Now I make today we see they don't print t-shirt, they say where APC 2023 President Bioga for go unopposed because they not get no presidential material to stand against President Bio. So they say rescue mission if for come. But I forget to say they inside the constitution. However, DJ Force, what you find a take, and from there you find a recommendation and find a word to Sierra Leone. The Miss do, they will close the program.
Well, if I now say the lawlessness of APC be even go loot say they not get right for Sansmana. Both they vote for Sansmana, just like when they vote for Anes by Roma. But when you get a political criminal party, always way go on you and break you down. You don't say man don't become rich. Some parts of their ethnic tribe that they believe in APC. They do. They run racketeers, run criminal behavior, aggressive behavior, lawlessness. They go attack the host, they loot the host. Where investigation they go, killing, not do the investigation, the APC police they go loot, they accuse the house, they call him looting, what he said. This now ongoing something where it's building the APC and the APC party. Now make way police recruitment they come up. Before they go up like say police recruitment they come on, the number don't flop. They spend 10 million. They go police. Now the strategy that now make the final say we not able to combat crimes, capital city, Freetown, because all those APC the way they serve inside the police for the papa they don't retire. Then they bring the picking a car from generation to generation, and so they power inside Freetown. Now make the final say police they always get bad name. They don't get police they say we sabi the constitution of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Then money they sabi. So if you see play this video, they go loot vice president host. Sack back. And when the chairman and leader, criminal, now political mafia, political criminal. The total agenda where he say now he sack and Sansmana for. When the total agenda still na in the power is a APC party. Now pay attention a little bit. That total agenda, rescue mission level 3. When I see the power is a APC party, now they want bring inside the constitution. Now they want bring inside. They say they go take that and come to power. But remember, they use level 3. Compare with level 3 for come to power. When they are power, we are going to use level 8. Defend, respond, and resist. We make sure say the law will look to you when you are speaking in radio station 98.1. We don't care what the BBC get for report. We don't care what the Umo Popana they report. Umo Popana they pay tax in Sierra Leone. They pay tax. And Escobar no they pay tax in Sierra Leone. Lawyers and they know they pay tax in Sierra Leone. You know, there's no factory, no manufacturer company. They pass a big vice president and president every day. Pass a big name. If I lie, now go check. Now ask President you. Babalawo Yansanneh, they beg President you 24 hours. They send an email, they beg. They libel to them. Politics, we don't want to Sierra Leone. So if you talk about that video, where they sack the vice president, these are all the things that we don't want to accept.
Yeah, you're right. You know, Sierra Leoneans, followers of the Green Movement, would they tell on thanks very much, you know. Of course, DJ First it might gets more problem, but it's next time again for be okay. But not recently it don't begin again. Well, I will take few comment and analysis then from we followers, DJ First. Then from there we close the program. Well, Saliu Conte say good program. Say good program. And yeah, somebody Koroko said after 2024. Somebody Susan talk this DJ for say diaspora are shipping kush into the country. The police know about the syndicate. Yeah. And also he say let him be there to the Valentine pass. They say let's see the Tunis let the Valentine pass. Let it. But that statement where he talk not a big statement, you know, we're not just got for pull on no more because anything where somebody want use where go on them undermine with democracy will not tolerate. Even now, yeah, I'm not gonna say somebody where like Syria, Tunis, where now somebody where say educate, they go utter them kind of statements then they you know. Yes, DJ Force. Any take on that one and they?
Well, what you know more again for say it is hard time let we try for allow Sierra Leoneans there for money participate in SLPP weekly news in current affairs in Green Movement because when you are running program and you have citizens there who want to bring their own knowledge, we also learn from them. Let we try for introduce what they call free speech and free accommodation. Let we open this free democracy to followers. At least then they can contribute with their voice. So we're going to learn from there. We're going to know if they are learning, if they are following the government, the productivity of the government, and the effort of the ministers then, and the good work of the ministers then, and the good work of President Bio, by giving them the opportunity for me to communicate under the Green Movement. May they say they participate. I think say we will open a very big happiness in their heart. We tell the one way they send text messages and when they do the write up, we tell them thank you. And I call upon the engineer, the director of Green Movement, and the P.R.O. where let we try give opportunity to Sierra Leoneans them, both internal and external, for let them call with their voice. For now they hear what in they mean or what in they want for say to the government. Because some people in there, when they speak once, I mean it's meaningful and it will gain a lot from it. So I recommend the engineer for let him look into around, let go back to the office and try for actually sit back and go and bring in discussion through mobile phone. Let people that they contribute to their voice, and that's also going to encourage the ministers, the government, and it going to say the Pekin and then diaspora, na Sierra Leone, where they follow this program here. That's a mere recommendation. And lawlessness will never be tolerated in Sierra Leone. Aggressive attitude behavior will never accepted. Will never accept it in Sierra Leone. If the feel say the APC give this government to this power, the APC give power to this government, where you are making a very big mistake. And we want for assure Sierra Leoneans and we vote for President Bio for say level 8 go defend on our government, and level 8 go protect on our society, and level 8 go discipline whosoever is using level 3 to come to power. Then we go use level 8 for defend the states and defend the government. That na my speech, and that I go left for the nation, and we call upon Minister of Internal Affairs for let una know say Sierra Leone need police, he need logistics, handcuff down the dog. Then before they go, as we try for wrap up, President Bio, we want to see Senegal for can play friendly match with Leon Star inside P.R.O. We want to see Guinea for can play competition with Leon Star, the winning and the two losers. Then they can play competition, but either Guinea can or Senegal, when are the winner? No invite, no improve the local league, no improve friendly competition, no local Leon Star will sit down. They know they train and then they play friendly matches. As well, Leon Star be don't come with the expenses they for travel across the 13 districts for play friendly matches with the local club them, at least for inform they say we don't come. Minister of Sport would encourage you for me he call Senegal when are the champions of African Nations Cup for me they can play with Leon Star inside P.R.O. but allow people that happiness will cut local revival and renewal. Or we call Guinea. They can't play friendly match. Now, this now way back for the rain fund. We are not sitting no more. They look, let government they take from the budget and spend up a Leon Star. Now they bring competition. Now we improve the local league. Because once we're not able to improve the local league, they play how we go play Nations Cup. Some of them pass 30, some of them pass 35. So let us make sure say we improve the local league, Minister of Sport, let us improve the local league, with Premier League, for let us produce more players then. Now that is the information I go left. Minister of Trade, not to forgo such they say IRO dear. Not to forgo such they say red dear. Half market for play. Increase more license for people that can get competition. Because if you begin wrong behind traders there, they go lock their shop, they go sit on a house. That also they make price, they increase. What if for do? Let the market fetch itself. Una increase license for importers. Yeah, let the people they plenty where they count tomatoes na P.R.O. Let the people they plenty where they count iron na P.R.O. The price go fall. If you they send 198,000 for meters, the man go tell them 5,000 for meters. I think na so Australia market they play. They know they tell you say sell at this price. No, government no they tell you say sell at this price. But government they increase competition in the market. When you count tomatoes, you they sell at 2,000 leon. Somebody they count a sell at 1,000 leons. And APC now they get trade in Freetown. Now they get trade market in Freetown. How for discourage them? Una say una increase license so people who want can do business. Una release the license at the market. So the man I mean finance speak that. I test as a thank you with the listen Green Movement SLPP Weekly News.
Well, we just want to all the one that we send comment and messages them. Una thanks very much. Just like how the P.R.O. don't talk up. I promise you now from current affairs now we will get for host. We get for open telephone line. We will not go to partake. So we'll share. But we not go also tolerate mamin calls now, yeah. You know, because things we see the biggest drugs dealer, LAJ, the team up vocally, the cause mamin calls, the chair, people then they embrace them. I believe say we for decent for grow up as that. But we not go tolerate mamin calls. Anybody who count mamin calls no more with the cut you off, then from there will block you. But I believe say we all for come together to see how best we will see what's the best way forward for our country to promote the government where they did to make our country transform and become one of the best country in the world. And that President Biona envisioned that. But APC then, what thing that they look for, they just want come to can destroy, to can thief again. The small grease where they don't begin see, they want can kolondo them. Which of course me and you not going to agree on that, you know. So I just say, Samo, thank you very much. SLPP is working. What I mean, implementing sustainable development like electricity, promoting education, empowering sport, constructing roads, increasing of salary in the government workers, Sierra Leone, check it out. Yeah, that is true. Everything, that makes sometimes the agenda what we get, who say power salon for better, that for Sierra Leone to really transform. We remember, and as by Kroma, we can say agenda for prosperity.
Poverty. Agenda for prosperity, change to poverty.
Poverty.
Attitudinal change, not change when I'm picking the attitude to drugs.
You see, now make they know they feel they are not ashamed anymore. They just team up no more a Lego. These are the things. So
I want to comment on someone. I want to comment on someone in comment in text messages in write up. Today, someone will tell you thank you. We want for also, refresh Sierra Leoneans the memory. Say no country not they develop without electricity. Today, the world market is built in electricity. Electricity they open the door to success. Electricity it hate poverty because every nation now know they go without electricity. Internet, now electricity, it will work with. Education, no they go without electricity. So now President Biobi don't total fit say the first thing he do is to build in all chiefdom transformers. But now they see APC, they go around, they cut electricity cable. No war, no they develop. No states, no country, no they develop without electricity. Now could the Canada diaspora, the first number one priority they start to enjoy now electricity. For women can not see blackout. Every day I drink cool water. Every day me fridge day on the hot. So if President Biosi say it's hard time now, Sierra Leone they say for proud of electricity, they will not allow the opposition when a political criminals them, political cockroaches, political thieves for can destroy our country. I tell you some Kawa where you able to tell them say electricity now one of the things them where President Bio they promote as they promote education, empowering, sports. Then we need for let with people that they see the value of this government. So I tell you, Samuel Kawa, I tell you, thank you. No country no they grow without electricity. When I know we turn security, we see 20s there. Now we dispute them. APC don't get when I met KD in charge of that destruction of electricity. Again, motocar, then wait time they did today, they take motocar, they travel, go to the provinces, they go cut the casino back, full. But we know they tell us, say no go cut electricity. But what will hold you, at least, we not say you go for police investigation. We do they try na Moyamba, we tabe you, police not go able free you. Yeah, we not gonna go lay you in a Panema road, then the government they feed you because if they cut electricity cable. No. That electricity when they go cut, na Kenema. Anyway, now the start. They say raise, not to that start time, get the praise. Now that end on, now you get the praise. Now they don't start for the go, they go cut electricity. Indeed. So at least they don't do one, they don't switch them. They go come back. What will hold you? Now your FM go talk. Because when the FM won't tabe you, like what be the tabe rebels them. My brother, they go na Padeba Road. Now graveyard they go. Yeah? That electricity cut now Makeni or free on go tap put up on and say when they jump the boundary. My brother, all you. Now your FM go talk. Like what be older than Moyamba. 30 days not in a Padeba Road. It then in graveyard. Thank you. Thank you, Dima,
Thank you very
for giving
much.
me the opportunity for talk.
Susan Newman, I tell you, thank you very much for your message. It says Sierra Leone is a sovereign country. We are governed by law. Anybody trying to usurp power illegally should be behind bars. Indeed. That is it. So, and we get APC is the baddest party in the world, not even Sierra Leone. And that is true. APC are the baddest party where they reduce themselves into destructive oppositions. Yeah. Remember, APC in a political party, when you align with them, now backlog now you go get, your attitude will change. Now I made DJ for say attitudinal change. What you see LAJ where everybody be admire, the moment where a say in a red flag, a join with APC and as by Kroma, you see attitude don't change, you don't degrade. Well, that's what it did. That's what APC did. You know, so Sierra Leone will get a lot for now. But the only thing I go end I find out is that hypocrisy is also great. We be expect for LAJ and arrest them for cause mamikos. Because people then they share around when KAO DENERO because mamikos man, then they say, oh, KAO DENERO don't cause, it don't cause. Then now LAJ say it don't do the same cause. And in your cause, it just come on inside prison for cause. So then it don't come cause again, you know. But that left to now for una judge. Where this now the program, this now the message we get for una today. Any other message you will see, we will come out with audios or video. If anything we are urgent, we go counter. We also don't deeper monitor certain things where they go on, way about land grabbing and also sabotage. We see certain people that want sabotage, but that to go counter on current affairs. We will not go give everything I have today. You know, sometimes you know go give all the maggie you get for left some. Nado. We'll tell una thanks. We'll continue to follow this page, the Green Movement will page, and we'll scream also through Mano River News Blog. Now we page also now for follower and like them. And also subscribe to we on YouTube channel within our YouTube right now. And also within our Twitter. And we also did na TikTok. So we did all over. We did Instagram also. So we did all over. Any side there you will able to follow we and like we. Yeah? Well, thanks very much. P.R.O, thank you very much for your time. What you take to educate the public. Meanwhile, they are me na demand the grade the SLPP Bobo. Now how will they end the program? And at the time when I say President Token Rubio, now the visionary leader, now the leader down there who we believe in, and now the leader down there we believe say 2020, this that the presidency, this that we preso, we believe in, the chairman himself, the biggest chairman in town, you know. So Sierra Leoneans, now how will they end the program? Subscribe to our YouTube channel, do ya? Yeah? We love you. We'll see last final message from Muda Good Talk.
And Sierra Leone, you see.
Okay, Papa Salon. Thank you very much, Papa Salon. Thanks very much. Sierra Leonean, when I see the power himself, this not the soldier himself, the chairman, where he enjoy and ride. You know, anybody where you hate President Bill, well, you don't hate yourself because this account to transform Mama Sierra Leone. God bless you. God bless we all. Titi will meet again. Me na Dima the Great, the SLPP Bobo, and I go say Tata. President Bill 2023-24 with the vote back. Whether you like her or you don't like her, with the vote back.
Oh, who that guy this game ya so Amada Bio. Sam na who that this game ya dey for Amada Bio. Oh, who that cook and shape the game President Bio. We dey vote am back. We dey vote am back for development na salon. Amu you don hear we dey vote am back. We dey vote am back. We dey vote am back for development na salon. Sholele, 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 sholele. Oh, after you, na you. Sholele, 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 sholele. Oh, 2023 na you. Show them say you do am. Show them
say you do am. Show them say you do am. Show them say you do am. After you do right. Salomon, wait till we say, yo, we dey vote for you. Yo, we dey vote for you. Yo, we dey vote for you. Open Salongo before. Because wait till we say, yo, we dey vote for you. Yo, we dey vote for you. Yo, we dey vote for you. Osaloni Metewa.